Hello friends, this is Chavi and you are watching our official YouTube channel Adda 247. Friends, this session is about demonetization. What is demonetization? The impact of demonetization on various sectors, the history and background of demonetization. So let's start the definition of demonetization. Name indicates demonetization is the combination of de and monetization. Monetization means increase the flow of cash in the economy, but demonetization means calling off the currency from the economy, or we can say ban of currency in the economy. In this session, we will discuss the impact of demonetization on different sectors. Let's start to discuss the history of demonetization. So friends, in 1946, demonetization of 1,000 and 10,000 rupees took place in India. Again, in 1954, 1,000 rupee note, 5,000 rupee and 10,000 rupee notes were introduced. Again, in 1978, demonetized the 1,000 rupee note, 5,000 rupee note and 10,000 rupee note from economy. So let's see the impact of demonetization on various sectors. And first point is GDP. We all know that GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product. Gross Domestic Product is the final value of goods and services in a particular period of time and a particular region. We can say GDP is directly proportional to the government expenditures, government spendings, consumer spendings, investment and net export, that is export minus import. After demonetization, the circulation of currency become less. So GDP will automatically become less because spendings will be less, consumption will be less, investment will be less and net export will become down. That is why GDP will become down in case of demonetization. So let's see the short-term effect of demonetization on agriculture sector. Due to cash crisis, farm input is not available in agriculture sector. So daily wages laborers or daily wages farmers will become jobless. If we talk about the long-term effect of demonetization, then interest rate will become down because people are going to deposit their cash in banking sectors. So the base rate, that is lending rate, the base rate is the rate below which banks are not allowed to lend their customer. So these types of rate will become down after demonetization because banking sector is getting money at repo rate and banking sector, banks are lending to their customer at base rate. So repo rate will become less and after base rate will automatically come down because base rate is the rate below which banks are not allowed to lend their customer. And in case of demonetization, bank will have sufficient amount or sufficient money to lend their customer. So lending rates will come down in case of demonetization. So let's talk about inflation. What is inflation? Inflation arises due to higher liquidity presence in the market. Due to presence of higher liquidity in the market. So in case of demonetization, less liquidity or less cash flow is available in the market. That is why inflation will come down in case of demonetization. There are four types of inflation you can say. First is creeping inflation, second one is trotting inflation or you can say walking or you can say running inflation. Third type of inflation is galloping inflation and fourth type of inflation is hyperinflation. If we talk about creeping inflation, then you will find annual rate of inflation between 2 to 4%. If we talk about running inflation or trotting inflation, then you will find 5 to 10% the inflation rate. If we talk about galloping inflation, then inflation rate is 10 to 20% annually. If we talk about hyperinflation, then rate of inflation is more than 20%. The example of hyperinflation, where hyperinflation took place in the world, the example is Zimbabwe, where Zimbabwe government demonetized its currency and adopted another currency to control the situation of hyperinflation. So it's a very important objective behind demonetization in an economy. So let's see the effect of demonetization on gold prices. After announcement on 9th of November 2016, the gold prices reached up to 40,000 from 32,000. So 20% to 30% hike was observed in gold prices after demonetization. So let's see the effect of demonetization on transport sector, as toll operators were not accepting the 500 rupee note and 1000 rupee note. That is why long queues of vehicles were observed on national highways like Delhi-Mumbai highways and Gujarat highways. That is why on 11th of October 2016, our Transport Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari announced the suspension of toll on major highways in country. So let's see the impact of demonetization on banking transaction. So after announcement, within 4 days, 18 crore transactions was handled by banking system, and there's a huge spike in the use of debit card and credit cards. So let's see the impact of demonetization on income tax rates and cash seizure. So after announcement, Income Tax Department raided in various cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Ludhiana and other cities across India, and large sums of cash were seized by Income Tax Department. So let's see the impact of demonetization on illegal activity. So activities carried out by Naxalites and terrorists hampered by demonetization of currency. So friends, this was all about demonetization. I hope you learned a lot and you enjoy this video. So keep studying and keep watching.
You can watch all our videos and more on your smartphone. All you need to do is download the Adda 247 app from Google Play Store. This app is the #1 trending educational app in India and is also our official app for bankersadda.com and sscadda.com. You can visit our website bankersadda.com, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page for the latest updates. We look forward to your views and comments.